can only show you the door. You have to walk through it.
Hello guys, welcome to the Crypto Matrix. I'm Mr. Legend. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the king of the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin. Over the last 1 month, Bitcoin has rallied up 15%. Bitcoin has gone to as high as $95,000 over the last 3 weeks. Good times are returning back to the cryptocurrency market. There's greed in the cryptocurrency market right now. Bitcoin is making an attempt to enter new all-time highs. That's if you believe what the newspapers are saying. That's what if you believe what market participants are thinking. MicroStrategy buys more Bitcoin. Bitcoin price still in bargain zones. That's what news stories is telling us. So how high can Bitcoin go in the coming days and coming weeks? Bitcoin dominance is getting to a new cycle high. Will that lead to Bitcoin going parabolic? Is this the end of Bitcoin pumping aggressively against Bitcoin? Will Bitcoin dominance dump? We'll talk about that and more in this video. But first, guys, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. Do the necessary research and analysis before making any investment decision. Let's get down to business. Bitcoin, the king of the market, trades around $95,000. It's been a long journey for Bitcoin. The last 2 years, we've seen Bitcoin rally. We've seen news stories talking about Bitcoin going to zero. But all through, Bitcoin has been chunking higher. Bitcoin has been pumping. Bitcoin eventually went to a new all-time highs. In 2021, the all-time highs for Bitcoin sat at $69,000. A lot of market participants, myself included, didn't believe we'll be breaking that anytime soon after the disastrous fall we had in 2022. But then, Bitcoin started pumping, and that pump eventually took us to new all-time highs. First, we saw Bitcoin getting to as high as $76,000 in March of 2024. We had a consolidation period of about 6 months, and Bitcoin eventually in 2024 rallied to new all-time highs, getting to as high as $109,000. But guys, that was the worst time to get Bitcoin after they rallied up 586%, because since January 2025, we stayed at dump to gobbling town, and luckily for us, we found the support level. Luckily for us, Bitcoin has rebounded. But let's not be celebrating too soon. Let's not be excited too soon, because guys, Bitcoin rallying to as high as $95,000. There's a lot of worrying signs showing this is not a healthy market. The RSI is showing us there's a lot of bearish divergence hitting the charts. So I'll not be shocked to see Bitcoin eventually dumping to gobbling town. I believe Bitcoin is repeating what we saw in 2022. When we first had the initial crash, market participants were still kind of bullish. Then we saw a rally that lasted around 60 days with Bitcoin just rallying 45% from the bottom before that eventual dump to gobbling town happened, where Bitcoin lost more than 60% of its value in the next 60 days. I don't think whether Bitcoin will lose 60% of its value in the next 60 days, but one thing is sure, Bitcoin is going to have a lot of difficult times rallying to new all-time highs. We're going to have a lot of sellers that miss the $109,000 trying to offload their huge bags. Right now, Bitcoin has blasted through some key resistance level, and the next few days, we might continue seeing it chunking higher. We might continue seeing Bitcoin chunking to higher values. But guys, you need to pay close attention to Bitcoin's 702 retracement. This is going to be a key battle where the bulls and bears are going to decide the future of Bitcoin over the next few days, over the next few weeks. The 702 retracement in the past has proven to be a turning point for Bitcoin. I don't think this time will be different. And from where Bitcoin is currently trading, guys, we just need to see around a 5% pump to rally towards that $100,000 level. And knowing how volatile Bitcoin can be, a 5% pump can happen in a twinkle of an eye. And right now, there's greed in the cryptocurrency market. Historically, it's periods of greed that you see market participants piling back into the market. Market participants were not greedy when Bitcoin was $74,000. That was a good entry. Market participants didn't still get greedy with Bitcoin trading at $84,000. But immediately Bitcoin made that move towards $90,000, $93,000, we start seeing greed return back to the cryptocurrency market. And the higher Bitcoin goes over the next few days, over the next few weeks, the more market participants will get greedy. Yes, we can easily see new all-time highs. There's always that possibility that Bitcoin can put a god candle blasting above the previous all-time highs. But then still, Bitcoin could easily find resistance at the $119,000 level and at the $131,000 level. And from where Bitcoin is currently trading, even if we rally towards $131,000, Bitcoin would have rallied up just by 38%. And that one sign that is flashing over the last few days, over the last few weeks, has been Bitcoin dominance. Now, if you have been holding Bitcoin over the last few years, you'll be happy. Bitcoin has been outperforming all coins. We have seen Bitcoin dominance in the cryptocurrency market go from as low as 39% to as high as 65.6% over the last 2.5 years. But at some point in time, we're going to drop to gobbling town. Good things don't last forever. You can't continue going up to the moon. and Bitcoin dominance is showing some bearish divergence. We saw a little sneak peek of what will happen when Bitcoin dominance dumped to Goblin Town in November of 2024. We saw a lot of altcoins going parabolic, and Bitcoin dominance just had a 10 to 11% dump. Right now, Bitcoin dominance at a higher place than it was in November of 2024, while the RSI bars have not gotten to a higher position. Usually, that's a bearish divergence. Usually, that's a telltale sign that a big dump to Goblin Town is around the corner. So I'll not be shocked if in the next few days we see Bitcoin maybe getting to that $100,000 level. At the same time, Bitcoin dominance dumping aggressively to as low as 50%. That's when we'll see the altcoin market going parabolic. If you look at what has happened in the last 1 week, Bitcoin is up 1.3%. The altcoin market have host a lot of coins are up more than 20%, 30%. Altcoin market is very volatile. And after the huge crash we had over the last 3 months, the altcoin market is bouncing way harder than Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the king of the market, trades at $95,000 with a market cap of $1.88 trillion. Bitcoin has 21 million coins in total. We have 19.85 million of those coins in circulation. If you want to get some Bitcoin for yourself, you can buy Bitcoin on Binance, on Bybit, on Coinbase Exchange, and anywhere you get your popular altcoins. Strategy Bitcoin buyers should be super careless to pump the price. That's what somebody's saying. Richard Brunwald says, from like strategy isn't concerned with how high Bitcoin price goes. It focuses solely on multiple of its net asset value. This cycle has been wonderful. We have seen a lot of institutions accept Bitcoin, but you have to be careful, guys. Remember, the whole point of Bitcoin was to fight against the government, was to fight against the man. But this cycle feels as if we're embracing the government and we're embracing institutions, and that feels like a very huge red flag. Bitcoin price is still in bargain zones as US job reports sparks rate cut hopes. Bitcoin price is still undervalued despite the recent surge in institutional investors purchasing. I don't believe the news, guys. The news is always lagging. The news didn't tell you Bitcoin was undervalued when it was at 74K. What you saw in the news was that Bitcoin could easily go to 50K, Bitcoin could easily go to 60K. But as the price go higher, the news have all incentives to get you bullish. The newspaper have all incentives to get you participating in the market. The higher we go, the more the same bullish news, the more market participants give them clicks. So be careful. The news you're going to see over the next few days, over the next few weeks, you're going to see a lot of bullish news about Bitcoin, how Bitcoin is going to the moon, how $100,000 is going to be the new $50,000. Bitcoin hot supply is near 40 billion as new investors flood in at $95,000. Bitcoin is enjoying a surging capital turnover as speculators begin to take interest in the market thanks to multi-month Bitcoin price high, new analysis say. If you take a look at Bitcoin's total market cap, Bitcoin sits around the $1.88 trillion level. Guys, I still believe we can still see Bitcoin maybe get to that $2 trillion level. But fingers crossed, over the next few days, Bitcoin will be the king of the market, deciding where we're going to go. Will Bitcoin dominance start dumping? Will the altcoin market take over? One thing is sure, we're getting very, very close to the end of this market cycle. Guys, drop it out in the comment section. How bullish are you on Bitcoin? Do you believe a new all-time high is possible? Do you believe Bitcoin will rally towards $130,000 anytime in 2025? And Bitcoin dominance, which sits around 64.54%. What's your hopes for Bitcoin dominance? Do you think it's going to go parabolic? Bitcoin will suck all liquidity from the market? Or is it ripe for Bitcoin dominance to dump right now for us to see that epic alt season and lead us to that wonderful dump to Goblin Town? Drop a thought about that in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos like this. Turn on the post notification to get notified anytime I drop a new video, anytime I go live. Remember, guys, when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. And investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Invest for the long haul. Don't get too scared. Don't get too greedy. See you guys in my next video.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.